Let's look at 6 things that do slow down in the normal aging brain. And there's value in knowing what these are. So when they show up, or if they show up for you, you won't become overly concerned and think maybe that you're getting dementia or something, but you can understand that many of us older adults do experience a slowing of the brain. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some really good news, because that slowing actually opens the possibility for other parts of your brain to take front and center stage that may benefit you greatly as you age. 6 things that slow down in the normal aging brain, one of which is the speed of information processing. This is all that quick thinking that we could do, the multitasking of younger adult life. If we were multitasking in our 70s, 80s, and 90s like we were in our 30s, it would be very stressful for us. Older people tend to really focus more on monotasking, which has great value. Number 2 is a fast redirection of attention. That slows down, so that if we're paying attention to one thing, it takes us a little bit longer to switch gears to something else. When you're younger, your brain's like a speedboat and it can change directions quickly. When you're older, it's much more like your brain is a cruise ship and it takes a little bit longer to change directions. Third, rapid mental calculations. When we were younger, many of us could do math in our head and come up with an answer very quickly. That speed of mental calculations slows with normal aging. Number 4 is on-the-spot reasoning ability. Yes, you can figure out great strategies and wonderful ideas, but maybe not as in the moment as you would like to, or as you did when you were younger. Sometimes you may go to bed and when you wake up, you've got the perfect answer to the solution, but you didn't have it on the spot. Number 5 is free recall. When we're young, we can pull up a name or a thought very quickly. With older adult life, it might take a little longer. Sometimes I find myself going through the alphabet to see if I can cue myself up to remember a particular name. One analogy for this is that when we're younger, finding information is like looking something up in a book or a small library. By the time you're in your mid-70s, 80s, and 90s, your brain is like the Library of Congress. It takes a lot longer to find the specific fact you're looking for. Number 6 is the raw mental ability that's not dependent on prior learning. That is oftentimes not as easily accessible or available as when we were younger. Now, if it is dependent on prior learning and it's something that's in your field and in your wheelhouse, yes, you may be able to pull that fact up and work with those facts very quickly. But if it's something that's brand new, it may take you longer, or your brain may not even be interested in pursuing it. These are normal things that many aging adult brains experience. There's value in knowing what they are, because if they show up for you, you're not going to get overly concerned and anxious about it, which could cause you additional problems. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow provided great insight about aging when he said that age is opportunity no less than youth itself, though in a different dress. And as the evening twilight fades away, the sky is filled with stars invisible by day. Those stars are some of the advantages in the improvements that show up in the aging brain. As your brain slows, there are many advantages that come to you, just like Longfellow said. One of the advantages is when the amygdala in the brain slows down, and many of you have the opportunity to experience a sense of freedom that you did not have before. For information on the improvements of that particular slowing in the brain, check out my video regarding the freedom that some of you obtain as your amygdala slows.